This is so sad. Over this past weekend, we had a major drop in temperature in New York City, and it killed lots of people, froze to death, junkies, homeless people, whatever you want to call them, sleeping outside. From the west, a really cold Arctic storm came into New York City, as it does sometimes, and unfortunately, 10 people froze to death from being outside. And it was brick. But if we go before the weekend and reverse, we can see that this maybe could have been avoided. Here I was driving under the BQE on January 19th, right before the weekend, and I spotted on the corner of my eye a homeless man sleeping under a blanket, and the temperatures that day were 32. That went down to 22 around the time I called, which was pretty cold and dangerous. But I saw the future forecast was going down to the teens, which was life-threatening conditions. So I did what I should do and called the police to help the situation. Here it is. I'm not really sure. I see a homeless man sleeping under the BQE, and the temperatures tonight are going to drop well below freezing. So I'm concerned for they might freeze to death.
Okay, did you approach him and he defined shelter?
No, I just drove by and he's under a blanket, but it seems like it's a scenario that's going to go south or north. If you catch my drift. I don't know. What do you do about that? Are people allowed to sleep outside without, like, they could die?
Well, people could do whatever they want to do. Is it that if we approach them, if they want to go to a shelter or not, that's where the issue comes in at.
I thought the law is that if it's below freezing, the homeless people are not allowed to sleep outside because they can die. Like it happens every year. There's always a couple people that die.
I understand what you're saying. What
Yeah.
I just explained was you are right. But we can't make somebody go with us. Do you understand?
So
That's
if somebody's on... No, but if somebody's committing suicide, you have to stop them, right?
Okay, so what's the address?
It's Meeker Avenue and Humboldt Street, under the BQE. The cross intersection is Meeker and Humboldt. Yeah, right off that intersection under the BQE, there's a homeless man sleeping under a blanket.
Okay, what's your last name, sir?
Ginsburg.
And the telephone number you're calling from?
718.
Alright, this is will be provided as soon as possible, 1357.
You're doing God's work.
Thank you.
Bye. Mr. Unknown, I really hope that you were safe. Do you think that we need to train dispatch, 911 dispatch, better on having people sleep outside, especially vagrants and homeless people and junkies that shouldn't freeze to death? We have avoided this tragedy. So I'm a big believer that government should really stay out of people's private lives. Government's there for, fixing the roads, safety, military, making sure we have safety and stuff like that. But everything else, like I'm a fan of government not being involved. That being said, at what point do we decide or determine what safety is? Is safety, if somebody wants to play Russian roulette, is the government going to stop them? I mean, there's a 1 in 5 chance that the barrel has the bullet and people blow out their brains, right? So is that legal, or do we allow that? Or do we say it's your choice, you're not hurting anyone else, if you want to take that risk, you can take that risk? Do we allow people to do handstands on the edge of cliffs? I mean, there are people that free climb with no ropes and legal, right? So do we consider that a skill? I mean, at what point does the death, do we decide that it's like, it seems to me like a gray area. Some people might argue that homeless people are just, degenerate junkies, and if they decide to get off of the civilized path and sleep outdoors and kill themselves, then what do we really care? One less headache to deal with. Or some people like myself think that every life, every possibility of life is the most precious thing in the world. You know, we have to cherish life. So if somebody's in a condition that he's a junkie and he doesn't know what's going on, it's like he's drunk and he's on the side of a cliff doing handstands, we got to stop him because he's going to hurt himself, right? So there's this fine line of like, at what point does the government come in and say, no, I'm sorry, you cannot sleep outside. But if you were a professional backpacker and you wanted to sleep in the forest, that's something else. So all these questions, it's great conversation. I'm not a lawyer, I don't know the exact law, but I would love to find out more about it. So please, you know, help me dissect this situation. Have a wonderful day.